Okay. Hi, this is Params. Okay, as a continuation of selected field by search. Okay, so in this we will discuss search such as a source. Okay, so both source and filters are doing the source filtering. What do you mean by source filtering? I tell you. Actually, every document is stored as a single field within the Lucene. Lucene is a low level platform on which top only on top of that only Elasticsearch has been built. Okay, so whenever we select only subset of field, but still what happened now? It read the entire source document. Okay, it read the entire source document, then do the parsing, then returning only selected field. So the actual work is same. Okay, whether you are reading all the fields or only subset of fields. Okay, so in these two cases, okay, field and source, but some of the advantages available in the fields. Okay, that's why people prefer. Okay, uh, make it a stock. Some advantages is there. Okay, now we will see the source. Okay, so of course source, the source is one of the metadata field. It has complete documentation, sorry, complete indexed document. Okay, whether it respective of that is mapped or not. Okay, so we can it accept. Okay, I'll go here. Okay, that will be very easy for you, for everyone. Okay, source. So we can specify true or false. If it is false, means it never return anything. Okay, source. But if you want if you want only one object, one variables or one nested object, it support a nested variable. Okay, nested options. Okay, if I want to have more value, then I can go for with the array. So this is what I mostly used. Okay, I will put a source with the selected fields. Okay, so this is how you can select. So you can have more field in as an array, but still rather than array you can have include exclude. It is better, right? It's more awesome. In fact, what is mean include means? So include means it will say what are the fields are include. Exclude means it is subset of fields from the included one is remove excluded. Okay, not is a not work with the actual document. Okay, so let's say I have included only 10 fields. Okay, within the 10 fields I don't want to do 3, I don't want to I want to exclude only 3 fields, then remaining 7 fields only returned. Okay, so that is what include exclude, that is supported here. Okay, and then as I said, the Elasticsearch team, okay, is always prefer to use the fields. Okay, because of it uses filter, source filtering. Okay, and now okay, even field also doing the source filtering, but it add many advantages, right? It add many advantages, right? So I think I have explained in the previous video. Okay, so but whereas source does not support. Okay, but still it is doing the source filtering or source parsing. Okay, to avoid that what are the options are there? Na? One is doc value, another one is stored field. What is doc value, what is stored field? We will discuss. Okay, now. Okay, so doc value means, see, by default it is based on the data types. Yes. Okay, whenever we do ingest any data, two things will happen for our document. One is doc value preparation is automatic for supported data type. As I know, all the numeric and date typed column or fields are supported doc value type or doc values. Okay, so that is done. That is happening within the Elasticsearch. Similarly, inventory index. Okay, so both are happening, right? So the doc values, it will keep all the different values. Sorry, it will keep all the values. Inventory index is different. Okay, let's say that okay, that is technical. Let us not discuss right now. Okay, so doc value means doc value is automatically created for all the fields which support the doc value type. Obviously, in this case, numerical and what numerical and date. Okay, so all these doc values are stored in separate columnar database. Okay, columnar database, columnar fashions. Okay, so it is very straightforward. It is very straightforward. So it no need to go and read the, since columnar fashion it has all the value, right? So it is no need to go and read the single source, a single document source from the losing and do parsing, then returning selected columns. So that is the advantage. Okay, that is the advantage of document values. But the limitation is what is now, it will not support all the fields, right? It will not support all the fields. Okay. Okay, so that is where it is differ. Okay, so doc values. Okay, yes. So as I said, it avoids loading the whole documents. Okay, doc will supported by the default. So okay, some of the fields are not supported, like text is not supported. Okay, here you can see that doc value, so user ID, HTTPS, date. So all these three columns supported doc value field. So it is created automatically by default within the Elasticsearch. Okay, so based on the data types. So we can use the doc values. So in this case, it will not read all the documents. So obviously we will get the response very quickly. Yes, and let's load to the Elasticsearch as well to return the values. Okay. Here also we can use the wildcard patterns. See here also we can use the actual column or wildcard pattern and object notation to declare the format as well. So format means format available for what, date and the numerical columns. Okay. Okay. But this is a limitation. Okay. This is the limitations. Okay, of course all the other stuff also has limitations. So document values is not supporting nested object. If you try, it will only return only empty. But if you want, still if you want, we can go for nested data types. Okay, sorry, inner hits, sorry, I forgot, inner hits along with the doc values. Okay, by default doc value does not support what, nested document. Okay, but still if you want, we can go with inner hits. Inner hits along with the doc values. Okay. Okay, and the next option is so to avoid reading entire document and parsing, next option is stored. Okay, so we can specify what are the columns to be stored. So that is stored separately. Okay, so it is treated as internally. Okay, different. Okay, so here okay, you can say here, yeah, here you can say here I have the three columns. Okay, among these three I have specified store 1 and 2. Okay, let's assume context is very big one. Okay, let's assume context is very big ones. Okay, now if I retrieve only selected columns, okay, selected columns, again what will happen, see, assume title is very small, date is very small, but content is very lengthy text. Okay, very lengthy text. So in this case I am going to read only 2 columns, that is very small. Okay, why I have to read all the entire document from the losing, then do parsing, then returning select my values. Okay, it's unnecessary, right? So for that reasons we can specify stored. Okay, so here these are small values, so I set as a stored. So it is stored separately. Okay, it is stored separately, it is kept separately in fact. Okay, so whenever I get the stored field values, then okay, it will return the value, it will return the stored value without reading entire document. So that is what. Okay, if we read the if we want to read such a columns, we will store the fields. Okay, here are some of the limitations. Okay, here so some of the limitations. Okay, it is yeah, if I give the empty array, it will return only the metadata. Yes, I checked that. Okay, and yes, if you want to retrieve the nested values, it is not supported. Okay, it's one of you cannot store the field as nested objects. Okay, so this is what cannot support nested object. So obviously what you have to go for, we have to go for inner hits. Okay, we have to go for inner hits with the stored field if you want to read. Okay, and if you want to disable stored field, I can use I can do like this. Okay, disable stored field, something, it's a none, it is a none. Okay, that's all about the stored field and document field and no searching. Okay, but it does not support what, it does not both are not supported, that what nested field, right? Now the last one is what is we will check scripted field. It's really interesting. Okay, in fact I have used many times. Okay, scripted field means we can do some script evaluation while retrieving. Okay, actually that field is not there, but it is mapped field in fact. Okay, it can be runtime field as well. Okay, but in this case we are seeing that only the mapped field. Okay, so here what is now we can retrieve that field by dog something or dog something. Okay, and here you can see parameters also. This is the parameters. Okay, so we can do manipulations. Okay, so, instead of simply returning those values, while returning value, if you want some manipulations, that times we can go for scripted field. Okay, scripted fields we can return many number of scripted fields. So here is one test 1, test 2, is two scripted field. So everything except the script is a plain painless language. Actually, this is what a script. It's executed on every values. Okay. So the scripted field is not stored. Okay, the scripted field is not stored anywhere. Okay, and it's a custom value. That means only it's available only the search context. Okay, technically if you ask me, it is only available search context, even like runtime mapping. Okay, search context. Okay, we can access the field like in this way also, param message, something like that, but what they are saying is it's really costly, it will take more time. So you prefer the doc value field. That's what. Okay, it's important to understand the difference between the values. Okay, and using doc keyword will cause terms which field is loaded in the cache. Okay, okay. So if you are using the doc the doc within the square bracket, if it will use the field well in this is syntax. So basically scripted field support two syntax. Okay, so one is param and within that field names. Okay, within the square bracket. Another one is doc within the field then value. So there are two syntaxes, right? So that's why that's how they are saying. So prefer the use of doc field value since it is memory cached. It is really fast. Okay, but it occupies more memory. Yes, if this cache means what it will occupy more memory. There is no doubt on that. Okay, but the speed wise, okay, so speed wise doc is good. Okay, but so people prefer parameter if you want dynamically execute some of the parameters. Okay, some of the parameters. So let's say if you want to execute the parameters, so it takes some time. That's what they are saying. Yes, so source must be loaded and possible item. So yeah, here is another trick. Yes, here we are using doc source then field. Here we are using doc and doc then within the field, right? So we are not worrying about source. That means what? Only mapped document. Okay, if it is a mapped field. Okay, so say let's say we have price as a mapped field, then this is the best one. This is the best one. Okay, so let's say we have mapped field, but still if you are going param na, it will read all the source document. Okay, that is the negative. It will read all the source document, then it will pass a message, right? So it is obviously performance. It will take more performance, right? More resources to perform the result, to return the result. Okay, so that's all about the different feature or different syntax. Okay, different syntax or different blocks available within the search API for retrieving selected columns. Okay, so each one is differ based on the performance or features. Okay, and how fast. That's all about this. Okay, that's all about this what selected columns returning in the response. Thank you. Thanks for watching. If you like the content, please leave your comment, like my videos, subscribe my channel, share with your friends. Thank you.